I got myself an aftermarket roof rack crossbars for my Honda Pilot, and it's about to open up the box and see what we have inside and then plan on setting that up. So let me quickly pull everything out. I think those are the two edge pieces. There should probably be four. Nicely. Instructions came with this too because I got it on eBay. And then I got the two crossbars right here, 1 and 2. So let's open all these up out of the packaging and show you what we got. So I got crossbar 1. See, it's hollow inside, which is good. It's not too heavy, nice and light. I could probably hold it with 2 fingers. So that's good. Here's the other one. So 2 of the exact same crossbars. Then you got these 4 sidebars, which are made out of plastic. So I don't know. I guess that's good enough. I would rather it be metal, obviously, but I guess plastic is okay. And then you have all these pieces of hardware here. And then we got the instruction manual right here. Okay, so it says take your crossbars and connect with Torx bolts. So remove the rear roof rail covers from the roof rails by disengaging 2 clips each. And so that's showing you there the rear roof rail right there. So let's see if we can do that. And so here you can see the clips, point them out to you. One's right here and then the other one's right there. And then this part should pop up and that'll allow you to put the rails down into here. All right, so on one side of these, you're gonna see a couple little holes, okay? And so that's the side where that's gonna be the bottom. That's gonna be where the little holes for the side pieces are going to go on. And this way you'll be able to basically screw those in and hold them in place. I'm gonna do that nice and loosely before I attach everything. And I will tell you, I just pulled these off, but there's no real trick to it other than there's 2 little connectors under here. Okay, these 2 guys right here, which pop into these holes. So it's just really kind of pushing it until it kind of is ready to pop off. And again, it's this little space right here, right? And then the little clip that's on there. And so when you put it back on, it's gonna be easy, just whack it down and it'll go in fine. So it's pretty straightforward from there. It says slide the crossbars onto the rails and align the marks on the crossbars with the marks on the roof rails as shown. So you'll see the marks up on top, and then make sure the crossbars are inserted in the correct position and direction, forward, facing forward, right? And then there's your adjustment screws, which I just kind of mentioned there, so you can kind of adjust this forward and back a little bit. And then from there, once you have that, you're going to tighten them down, install the Torx bolts to hold them in securely, and then each one of these roof rails over here is where you're going to put these little round circle ones here. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started and show you what it looks like. So basically, as you can see here, one there and one here. Put them in nice and loose. This way, as you can see, I have over here nice and loose. I got some wiggle room, so I can move it around a little bit. Not as much wiggle room on that side, maybe a little more on this side. So I do that on each side here, and then the same thing on the other rail. So once I have this set up, I got these on there nice and lightly so that they can easily move back and forth. And there's one side on each that actually moves pretty easily, and that's going to be the adjusting side. The other side you lock down. Now you come onto the car, and you're going to slide this right in there on each side. I'll show you that. So pretty easily you can see the little groove there. Slide this into the groove on this side. Okay, obviously the same on the other side. Just slide this into the groove. You have a little bit of adjustment there, and be able to pop that in there. And then once I have my 2 rails on there, then I can just pop this side piece back in place. See the little clip up here and the little spot over here. So I'm just going to slide that clip over to there. Boom, right in there. Same thing with this one. It's going to go this way. Look for that little clip in the front. Right there. Line this up over it. And you can also see line it up back there. Boom, popped right into place. And so I'm just going to push these to where I want them to sit. You may want to get a measure and just kind of measure here to there to kind of get a sense of where you want that to be. And then the last part of the puzzle, two parts, right? One, you want to go under here and tighten these screws back down, tighten them tighter so that they're in place. And then, you know, all four if you haven't done two already. The other thing I'll note is that check these first, because there's like a left side and a right side, so you want to make sure you have those properly set on there. And then what we're going to do here is, and then as you're doing that, you're just going to push each side somewhat evenly to try to slide it down. And there's going to be little marks on the side here to tell you where each one's supposed to be on each side. And yeah, I found it was easier to push it from the back and give a little pressure on each side and kind of go back and forth until you move it up to the front where you need it. And I'm going to do the same with the next one. So once again, you slide that over here. Part of it goes inside and a little bit stays on the outside. Again, adjust these two pieces so that you can slide it into the groove. And same thing on the other side. Slide it into the groove. So one of the things I didn't do properly, I had to take it off, was basically here you have these little screws, right? But you also have these pieces here. And so you have to put this piece on the outside, or it's going to be on the inside of the track. And then this is going to be on the inside track, that's going to be on the outside part. And essentially when you have these four set up like this, then you slide it on. That's how this is going to tighten down over the track. And so I'll show you how it looks in a second once I have all four of these set up. So you do the same thing on both sides. Take these little guys here and slide one of these right in there, and then put the screw from the inside out and through that, so that these two pieces are going to hold, is what's going to suck this together and hold it in place. So once you have all four of those corners nice and loosely done, then you slide it on the track, and I'll show you what that looks like next. All right, so as you can see, you got to get this piece right there behind and into the rack in order to get this to sit in properly, because that's what's going to allow it to tighten down. Same thing on this side. You can see I already have it in on that side. That's what's going to allow you to tighten this down when you get it all the way in.